9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Welcome back to another edition of Hardway Wrestling Special Tuesday edition because honestly, I was whooped. I was whooped yesterday. I've got my computer back. It looks good. It sounds good.
Let's hope the sound is fixed.
And I was like, well, it is. It's fixed. I mean, everything's perfect. There was a slight setting. There was a setting in OBS that that with Windows that made it do that. Some kind of bullshit setting with Windows. Damien, OBS has a feature that you can go in if there's any kind of whatever going on. You can go in and it'll tell you exactly what's going on and what's wrong. And just by dumb luck, it was like the second thing on there. Damien saw it, fixed it, good to go.
AKA, ladies and gentlemen, it is operator error. Blame it all on Jason.
I mean, you can blame it all on blame it on the rain. You can blame it on me all day long. Yeah, Damien is a wizard. I got Scotty and Ricky here. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We all get to watch Raw last night?
No.
Oh boy.
Somewhat.
I keep up with everything.
I watched half of Raw.
I drank so much beer, I don't even know that I remember much of what I watched.
It was actually it was pretty good, I thought. So far. Cody got his ass kicked again.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
So I did see that they will be facing each other. I wish Brock would have put her in a Kamara. Wouldn't that have been great?
I was thinking maybe like somebody in that front row is going to get F5'd or slapped or choked or something.
I wanted Cody's mom to climb over the wall, try to interfere, and Sapphire comes out from nowhere and clobbers her, and then tells him that I used to sleep with your husband. Hard times, baby. Hard times.
That's possible because I think Sapphire's dead.
Yeah, she was dead then too.
Oh.
She was dead then too. Speaking of dead.
Oh no. What a transition, ladies and
we are going
to
Mantar passed away.
Oh, the segue there.
Ricky, do you remember Mantar?
Who
is a dead spitting image of Bastion Booger?
Yeah, I remember the name, and that's about it.
So Ricky, Scotty, you remember Mantar? Give us your Mantar. Give us a Mantar rundown in less than 10 seconds.
All I remember,
and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Mantar's career right there.
Oh man!
So supposedly Mantar was real hot on I don't want to say the Indies, but in other territories, and then they brought him in, and he really did not get over.
Well, I mean, who would with a gimmick like that? Like, I mean, he came out with like what, a moose head or something like that.
I guess it was a moose head. Was it a moose head?
Some kind of antlered thing on his head, trying to be like,
Wasn't Mantar a Mortal Kombat character?
Not that I remember. I don't ever remember a Mantar character, but
so in Mortal Kombat there was actually a dude that had the same outfit as Mantar, but not the head, right? Not the head. I don't think. So I actually got a really good story about Mantar, and it just happened here in the last 2 weeks. Now I did not know Mantar passed away. I did not know it. So okay. We all get caught up. I don't know about you guys, but I get caught up in TikTok, right? The Chinese got me. They got me. They got all my information. So I'm scrolling through TikTok and I catch Mantar. One of his videos, and he's like, "Hey, this is Mantar," blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Oh my god, Mantar's on TikTok." I thought this guy hasn't been relevant in 30 years, right?
He wasn't even relevant 30 years ago.
I mean, Cornette made him sort of relevant for 2 matches. So,
yeah.
So I was like, wow, Mantar. So I liked it because it was just a regular. I wasn't sure if Mantar was. I said tard.
Yeah.
Mantar was tard. I don't know. I didn't know if he was special needs or what, but it seemed very slow.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm watching, and then I was scrolling another Mantar video, and that's how TikTok works. You stay on something very long. That's why if there's a 17-year-old girl out there dancing around, if you scroll quick, you'll be fine. But if you hang any longer, you're gonna get 17-year-old kids dancing in your TikTok for the next 3 months. That's just how TikTok is for whatever reason. So I. I stayed on the Mantar, and I there it was. Mantar's talking again. Hey, this is Mantar. I'm in Canada. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, and I didn't like it. I was like, whatever, dude. Shoot, give me a better promo than that. You're Mantar. Let me see the helmet. So I'm scrolling.
Let's see something better. I'm going to go to these 17-year-old girls dancing around.
So I'm scrolling, and there's Mantar again. I was like, dude is blowing up like the Godfather. Like he's blown up like the World Trade. And I was like,
Man, you were on a roll today.
I said, this is a good vid. This is not bad video. So I liked it. So the next morning, I wake up, and the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, besides look at the clock and cuss, was I on TikTok. It came up with a notification on my phone. Usually, it's my girlfriend sending me things, that she wants to buy, or cats, or things she wants to buy, and it was a friend request, not a friend request, but someone started following me. Mantar. And I was like, what? Mantar wants to
Did you get
follow
him?
Jonathan
Did you
Cross?
get him to follow or subscribe to Hardway before he passed?
So hold on. That was the point. That was where I was going. I was like, well,
Jesus Christ, you killed
I
him.
can see it right now. Wyatt's not going to be here a lot of the times because now he's found vagina. So I figure we'll bring Mantar in.
Oh God!
Right? I mean, how awesome would that have been if we had Mantar? So this all kind of came to a head today. So I was listening
Minotaur.
to the Minotaur. Feel the what is the what was for what was that movie?
Role models.
Role Models.
Role models.
Pissing green. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's a good movie. Have you seen that movie, Scotty?
No,
It's
never.
hilarious.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
It's very good. Stifler.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, well, I'm definitely going to reach out to this guy here. I'm going to give it a week. And then I got another like and another like and another like. Like he's liking my videos. So first thing I saw this was like, okay, this is some Israeli, Pakistani dude that's getting ready to steal my information, I guess. Right. That's what I'm starting to think. So then another video popped up of Mantar. Like there's more videos. And I was like, yo, this might be the real Mantar. So fast forward to yesterday. I was listening to one of Cornette's shows, The Experience or whatever it is, and they're talking about Mantar, and Brian Last says, hey, Jim, do you want to talk about the passing of Mantar? And I was like, what? Mantar has been dead for like 2 weeks now.
So who's been liking your
Who knows? I have no idea, but it wasn't Mantar. I was today I was driving because I was listening to the rest of Cornette because it's like 11 hours long. I was driving. I was like, oh, I'm so sad. It's not Mantar, and he's dead.
Yeah.
And he's dead. But I am gonna reach out to whoever this is. Hopefully they speak English, and I'm gonna have him on the show as Mantar. It's got to be better than Damien's impression, right?
Yeah,
it's got to be better. So. Yes, Mantar, which I thought him and I were going to be real tight, did not happen. So rest in peace, Mantar.
Yeah. I mean, again, it was an interesting time in the WWE because we had just gotten off the Bastion Booger kick, and then all of a sudden, Mantar shows up on the scene in WWF, and I mean, for what it is, Vince likes those big guys, and I mean. Funny considering his predilection towards paralegals, but he also likes big guys.
I would have loved to have seen a Mantar Basher Booger tag team.
That would have
I
been
mean, wouldn't it? Or like the new Fabulous Fat Birds with King Kong Bundy, right?
Jesus.
that
Right?
would have been wild. That would have been
That
funny.
would have been fucking doot doot
But
doot 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 doot.
but yeah, no,
To a Waffle House coming to you.
yeah, Vince brought him in.
Yes, give him the Godwins too while you're at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
from
it could have been a whole faction led by the Gobbledygooker.
all of Vince's half crappy gimmicks, or mostly crappy gimmicks. Yeah.
Hey, the Undertaker was good, and that's all we need. They're
Yeah.
all shit. The Undertaker was good. That's all we. That's all we need to know is he's had one that was good.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So, yeah. So rest in peace, Mantar. I wish we had more stories. I mean, I might have the best story of any Mantar story.
Yeah,
Ever.
exactly.
So I really thought him and I were going to be tight. So
Although I do.
So did he subscribe?
I haven't got to. Actually, I might send him our link just to see if we can get him subscribed.
Do that.
Actually,
Hey, get the Ouija board out. That's our Friday episode.
There is one other Mantar story that was interesting. If I remember right, who was it? There was a weekend where I think it was Hornswoggle and Mantar were booked on the same show apparently, and like Mantar had come up with some other gimmick. He wasn't using the Mantar gimmick at that point, and he had like the promoter had apparently stiffed him or something like that, and Mantar apparently had gone out to his car and got a gun, and the promoter of the show locked himself in the office while Mantar was kind of running around there with a gun trying to find this guy. Like I remember hearing about that, and this was like what? Like this was right around the time the pandemic had started. I had heard this about Mantar and stuff like because there was like a Mantar resurgence back a couple of years ago just because of like pandemic and things were crazy. Nobody could go to wrestling events, so people were kind of looking up old wrestling to watch, and somehow Mantar came up on that list of things to watch. I don't know why, but people started having things about Mantar pop up and talk, and people were talking about him for
we are friends. I mean, we are friends. You can see it. Mantar and I are friends.
Wow.
So
you are friends with a dead person.
I mean, he's probably the nicest guy I know.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah. So Mantar, the killer, Mantar. All right, so we had a pay-per-view on Saturday, Slammiversary, Impact Slammiversary. We should probably watch Impact more. Honestly, we suck at Impact pay-per-view guessing. We for those who don't know, we have a little bit of a fantasy league here. I'm not going to go get the belt right now, but because I am the champion. But we we have a little fantasy thing where we do predictions challenges and we try to predict the winners and we give points. And at the end of the quarter, after end of 3 months, we crown a new champion or whoever's got the most points is the new champion. And we have a belt and all that stuff. So WWE, everybody's pretty close. AEW, AEW, we should all be pretty close, but Tony Khan's crazy. He does stupid shit.
Yeah, I do pretty well on AEW cards.
Yeah, but when it comes to when we do Impact
or NXT,
or actually I do well with NXT for whatever reason.
NXT stuff.
Yeah, maybe it's just me.
Impact, and I don't. What's that?
Hot garbage.
It's really not. Impact's not bad.
Well, no, I'm saying that we are hot garbage.
Oh, we are way worse than hot garbage, bro. Dude, Ricky, how many did you get right? 1. How did you get right, Scott?
And it should have been 2, but I accidentally picked the wrong one because I was half asleep when I did my card.
I think I got 3. I think I got 3 right because I ended up with the most points out of everybody, which was like 11. Like I think I had to go back and look at the points.
I
But
think the one I got right
got it
might
right
have
here.
been the one I got right was like 8 points, I think, or 7 points, because
Yeah,
I'm
I
only like 3 behind you in the standings now.
yeah, I have 15 points. So I must have either got two. I think I got two right. I might have got three right, but one of them was like 1 point. Wyatt got 7. He only got one right, I believe, or he got two small ones right. Tim had 11 points.
Wow.
And Ricky had 10. Like Ricky, that was
Oh,
pretty
no, I did.
good.
Maybe I got 2 right then.
Yeah, you would have had two. Like, you probably had a 4 and a 6 or some shit like that. But yeah.
I
So
thought all mine were on 1. But
I mean, I could go back and look at them, but
But
like
I did, for those who are wondering, I didn't get any right because I didn't submit my paper. But here's the thing: I guarantee you go back and look at our predictions from the show we did on Friday. If you go back and rewind and look at all my, I guarantee I probably got one right out of all the, because I would have chosen the same people again anyways. I would have gotten them like all but one right, or all but one wrong. I mean, like, yeah. I
well,
don't even
Slammiversaries impacts WrestleMania, right?
know.
Even though there was like 16 people in the crowd. Whatever. So I didn't watch every match. It was Saturday night, and I was in the middle of doing. I think I had a gig. Yes, I had a gig Saturday night. Yeah, I did have
Yeah.
a gig because I wasn't at the wrestling. So,
Yep.
um,
Which we also
yeah,
have to.
yeah, which was probably just as many people at the Impact.
Yeah. They could have done
Uh,
Impact in the ATCW arena and they would have been fine. So,
the stars wouldn't have been as good. Anyway, yeah, I think the last time we had like a real big weekend when we had Impact NXT. It was Impact on a Friday, NXT Saturday afternoon, WrestleMania. I think it was a WrestleMania Friday night, or I mean Saturday night, and then Sunday was WrestleMania. Was
I
it like
think,
a big weekend? Scott, you lost the lead in points because of Impact.
I know.
And then you ended up bringing it back around for during WrestleMania. But yeah, no, that was Impact for some reason. Again, this is like they do it every year, and I don't follow Impact as closely, but I'm going to start following it because it's gonna cost me a championship, I'm sure, somewhere along the line.
right on your heels.
Right on your, I see Ricky all the
I
way
mean,
down there.
if I can remember to submit my paper from now on, it might be come back at the century. I might get
Hey,
that belt.
honestly, we all did so bad. No one's behind.
Yeah.
Like I have 35 points. Scotty, you have 24. You only 9 behind.
Yeah, Wyatt and I are tied at 24 right now. So,
11. Check your math there, Hoss.
Who's that, me?
Yeah, you said 35 and he's got 24. That's 11. You said 9.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The other way. Yeah, 11. Yeah, either way though. I'm one Uso losing away from being behind again. So anyway, the Slammiversaries impacts like WrestleMania, and they do it every year where they kind of reset everything or try to reset some of the storylines. A lot of belt changes, and I mean I've heard this a couple times, but I don't listen. I'm a hardhead, and bet they fucking did it again. Even if you went to the betting odds, you can actually bet on Impact on Bet Online. I'd have made $1 billion if I'd have went against the books.
Yeah.
The one dude was like, I want to see, he was like plus 1,000.
Oh God.
And he won. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had two of the matches we didn't put on there because we decided that we weren't going to do pre-show matches anymore. Thank you, Tony Khan, for fucking ruining that for everybody. With your 37 matches.
2 more we would have lost.
What's that? Yeah. No, you know what? I wouldn't have because I would have because well, I would have picked it was the first match was Death Dolls versus Shauna whatever, Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. I believe the Death Dolls did win that, and that is the one that
them because that's a cool name.
Yeah, right. You pick like I do. My favorite football team is red. I like them. That's my favorite color. I would have picked the Death Dolls. I believe they did win. But the next one I would have lost the Impact Digital Media Championship. And please, I'm not going to get back into the Digital Media
Please don't. Please
Championship bullshit. But Kenny King ended up winning this match over Joe Hendry, which
You and me. Sorry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Well, guess what? No one else believes in Joe Hendry. Impact did not, so they had him lose. I think there was some outside interference. Kenny King ends up winning the Digital Media Championship. So the belt is actually pixelated, so you can't even tell what kind of belt it is. It's digital.
Up, up, down, down belt from what's his
Dude,
name?
yeah, it's from Up Up Down Down. That is a cool ass belt. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
cool
actually,
ass belt.
I own that belt. So
Do you really?
yeah. Next time I come
I'm
up
not surprised.
Scotty, I can see you getting down, but not up.
yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
Whatever gives you 100 lives. Never gives you 100 lives.
Yeah.
So yes, Kenny King wins. Finally, Kenny King, Ring of Honor. Kenny King. I don't know why he didn't go back to Ring of Honor. I'm not sure they would be able to use him there either. But it's actually nice to see a Ring of Honor guy do something, unlike one of the next guys that's getting ready to come up here. I like Kenny King. Anyway, number one contender for the X Division title in the Ultimate X match. Remember that's the one with the X over the ring or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Kushida ends up winning. Kushida.
They actually were doing something with Kushida there, unlike WWE.
I don't like. I like a lot of Japanese wrestlers. I don't like their gimmicks. It just seems like it's like there's one girl that dressed like what's her name? The dresses up like Elvis.
No, you're talking the one that dressed like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury. Oh, so yes, Freddie Mercury.
Why can't
shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, whatever her name is.
Yeah, I know who it is. I can't think of her name right now.
She just it's weird, and because she dresses like Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future. I think Kashida's finishing move is the Tourette's, or what is the what does Michael J. Fox have? Pardon me for that.
Parkinson's.
Well, Parkinson's. Thank you. Hit him with the Parkinson's, Kushida. That's horrible. I do apologize. We're never gonna give above 70 subscribers. By the way, if you like jokes like that are very off kilter and poor taste, please like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Let us know. I'm a little fired up today. I'm a little fired up today. And I've had 0 daddy sodas. Anyway, Kushida beats Speedball Mike Bailey, and that's who I picked, Mike Bailey. Jonathan Gresham, which explain to me, Jonathan Gresham is the best wrestler in Impact.
That's who I picked.
Impact, bar none. They have done absolutely nothing with him since he's been there. That guy was a Ring of Honor heavyweight champion. Is it because he's 3'9"?
I wouldn't put him that low. I think he's only about 5'1".
There's women that are in the knockouts division that are taller than him.
Yeah. Rio.
Oh.
Rio from AEW is taller than him.
Like it's sad, and I think he was their pure champion for a while too, right? Was he Ring of Honor pure champion?
He was the pure champion for a while.
I really like Jonathan Gresham. He's got a cool look. I mean, he's the octopus mask he wears. That's fucking badass. They do nothing with him. The returning Jake something, which is now look, Impact. I know not a lot of people watch you, but come on, Jake something.
Yeah.
I mean, can we come up with a gimmick? Mantar's not being used right now. Jake something, fuck out of here. Anyway, Jake something must have been injured. He came back. Jake something did Jake nothing. Yeah. Alan Angels, who is about as relevant now as he was when he was with the Dark Order, and Kevin Knight, who I do not know.
By the way, the girl who dresses like Freddie Mercury,
Kimmy. Emmy Security. I knew it was
Oh,
Emmy.
yeah.
Emmys. Yeah, Emmy Security. Which is weird. I mean, no, it's weird. I
It's
don't
very
know.
weird.
Like all of their I don't know.
Chinese. Is that what you're?
all these they all Japanese, whatever.
Here he goes again.
I'm trying not to. I'm sorry, but like she should be in CMLL. Like that is where they do that shit down there.
Just send her back to the Joshis over in Japan. Let them deal with her. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
I wish a Kaju would step on her. You know what a Kaju is? Isn't that mean giant? Doesn't that mean giant over there?
I think so.
Okay, I hope so. Otherwise, I'm super racist right now. Whatever a Kaju is. Kaju, please. Anyway.
Now I see Fired Up comes from Fired Up Entertainment.
I believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, for a low price of $2,000, you can book me on a Saturday night. I mean, I am bookable. A lot cheaper than a Kevin Hart ticket. Right?
But he doesn't. When he gets up out of bed in the morning, he doesn't tip you. So yeah,
that is absolutely true. Not as good looking as Matt Rife, but as funny. So Impact's Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. Masha Slamo, best name in the game, bro. Masha Slamovich, Killer Kelly. They're calling themselves MK Ultra, whatever that means. I don't even know what MK Ultra. They beat the Coven.
Sounds like a giant maxi pad or a tampon.
Well, they soaked up the Coven here and took those titles home. So this was the one I got. This one right. This is the one I got right.
This is the one I accidentally clicked on the wrong one. I think.
This is
I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird because I like with a name like Slamovich, you cannot not pick her.
Yeah, you had to pick Slamovich.
I've picked her every time, and this might be the second time she's ever won. Like she's gotten her ass kicked by the women's heavyweight champion forever. So, yeah. So, MK Ultra defeat the Coven. This match also I got right. Team Canada, Scott D'Amore, and the returning Eric Young. Eric Young. Do you know who Eric Young is, Ricky?
I know the name.
Yeah, I remember him. I think.
So
he
Eric,
he was in WWE, right?
He was. Eric Young was with what's her name? Those psychos. They're what were they fucking called?
I remember.
You gotta give me more than that.
Yeah. I want to say.
He was part of the releases they did during their one budget cut.
Which one? There was about 8 of them.
Well, one of them.
Team Canada, nonstop, early career, blah 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 blah. Hold on, I'm looking. Sanity. Sanity.
Yeah, Sanity.
Oh, that's right, Sanity. Yes.
Yeah. He was with Sanity. Then that lasted about a week, and I think Sanity was in NXT if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they never got to the main roster and they let him go.
He went back to Impact, had a little run there with Jake something probably. Those guys battled a little bit with Scott D'Amore, and then he left Impact and was just in WWE. Did you know that?
That I did not know. I thought
he was.
What was he doing in WWE?
Absolutely fucking nothing, bro.
He's probably part of the second coming of Raw Underground.
So he was on the shelf. It's reported, right? And it's reported. I heard it somewhere. I don't know if this is actually true or not. That he was going to be in that whole Bray Wyatt thing.
I did read that.
So yeah, so he is not that
family.
Since he came back to WWE, he was supposed to be with Alexa Bliss, Preggers, right?
Yeah, that was all scrapped because of her pregnancy and.
No, it was all scrapped because Bray. That's
Bray's
why it was
illness,
scrapped.
Yeah, but Bliss was supposed to be part of it.
By the way,
go ahead.
Really quick, just remind me later. You can keep going on this one, but remind me later we have Bray Wyatt news.
Oh, sweet. I believe I know what that news is, but go ahead. We'll talk about it here in a second. Yeah, so he was in WWE. He's on the shelf. They hadn't done anything with him. He asked for his release, and they gave it to him. And he showed up at Slammiversary to help Team Canada Scott D'Amore defeat. And I got this one right: Bully Ray and Diener. Another Diener.
See, I
Dieter?
took Bully Ray. It was the
Diener.
last time I did Bully Ray won, I think.
I don't know that Bully Ray has won anything yet.
Yeah, he won something months ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
He won stuff a long time ago in Impact.
Years ago when he was Aces and Eights, right?
Yeah.
He was in an 8-man with a bunch of dudes, and he got to like the final 4, and then he ended up losing at the last pay-per-view or whatever. Nick Aldis ended up winning that match, I think. Anyway, they defeated Bully Ray and Diener. We had a ref bump, and hockey legend, Red Wings legend, Darren McCarty said, "Well, shit. Oh no, it wasn't a ref bump. The referee got tired of the shit that was going on. He took his ref shirt off and threw it down. It says, I'm out of here." This is like an ATCW show. Just threw it down and left. And Darren McCarty showed up, grabbed the jersey, put it on, and watched Scott D'Amore and Eric Young win for Team Canada.
Okay.
So anyway, I don't ever remember Scott D'Amore as a wrestler. Supposedly he was a wrestler back in the day.
I thought he was always an agent and or a promoter.
Yeah, I that's how I know him, but he must have been a wrestler back in the day, but dude can still go.
Oh, there you go.
Can still go. He does I think his finisher or one of his moves is like what's the Adam Cole move?
Panama Sunrise?
Panama Sunrise or Poison Rock, whatever they call it. I don't know. It's a big
Canadian Destroyer.
Canadian Destroyer. This time it was the American Destroyer. So, but if you get a chance to watch that match on YouTube or whatever, it's actually pretty good. It might be one of the best matches of the night. So,
how old is D'Amore anyways?
1,000 years old.
Mid 40s? Like
was that Scotty posted on the site the other day with the guy getting the Canadian Destroyers from that what looked like a fucking stuffed doll or something.
Oh yeah. That was
Or was that Wyatt?
That wasn't me. That was Wyatt.
That might have been Wyatt. Wasn't that shit? That was somebody we know too. It was like Offspray or somebody.
Oh, so he's wrestling sex dolls now too. Interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit.
I thought it was that Jeremy Stone guy from the House of Cross.
No way. Well, either way, Jeremy would have been undefeated. Jeremy would have been undefeated and beat that sex doll. Anyway, Team Canada ends up winning that. Impact X Division Championship. I got this absolutely wrong. A month ago, they just put this belt, this X Division title on Chris Sabin and Leo Rush, who I don't think any of us really care for. Leo Rush shows up. He's about the same. He might be a little bit taller than Jonathan Gresham. And he shows up and wins his X Division title. So,
gosh,
remember they brought him into AEW and his like first move, he slipped off the ropes.
Yeah, Seidel.
That he did it too. He did it too. Yeah, yeah. Leo's first night, I actually thought he was going to be on.
One of the most disappointing reveals for the casino ladder match or whatever. Like really.
Well, that was Daly's place, right? And it was outside, and it was like humid and that kind of shit. So, yes, we've had a lot worse spills in AEW when it comes to the top rope.
I like Leo Rush about the same as I like Riddle.
Oh no!
At all.
Riddle is the bottom of the list.
Well, Leo Rush is just above it.
So Leo Rush is your new X Division champion. Impact World Tag Team Championship 4-way match. Another one I got wrong. Sculpture, never heard of him. Mark Andrews, which I thought he was the tight end for the Ravens, defeated. It was Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. Horrible names, by the way. These are horrible names. This guy's a dictionary salesman. They defeated Chris Bay and Ace Austin, Bullet Club, Moose, Brian Myers, Sammy Callahan, and Rich Swan to win the titles. I don't know anything about Sculpture. I don't think I've ever seen him wrestle. I record Impact every week and I delete it every week and I don't get a chance to watch it. So I'm disappointed. The Bullet Club should never lose these belts unless some like big name gets signed by Impact.
Who's a big name anymore?
I mean, the Good Brothers. Come on,
They've
They're
been.
WWE.
I thought they were in.
they're
No,
in WWE, but they'll be back.
that's right. I
Yeah,
forgot
They'll
about
be
after,
back.
yeah, they don't
They're-
do anything with them now.
So the Sculpture ends up winning the new tag champs. We got a match that I absolutely not sure anybody ever gave a shit about. Eddie Edwards, two first names, weird. Defeated Frankie Kazarian in a Geritol match.
on a pole match.
What was it?
Geritol.
Geritol on a pole. I fucking love it. Depends on the pole.
Hey, at least we didn't get Marcus Bagwell's mother on a pole like we did. Oh, God.
She's buff. So Eddie Edwards defeats Frankie Kazarian. I think there was wives in each one of their corners. So I guess I don't know. Again, I didn't watch this match, and if I'd have been watching Impact, I would have tried to find a way to fast forward through this shit. Impact Knockouts World Champion. This one I did get right. So maybe I did get 3 right. Trinity defeats Deonna Purrazzo. Love Deonna Purrazzo. But Trinity, I heard a thing that Trinity hasn't fought for a championship in like a year and a half or almost 2 years. So, which is not surprising because to me, she's like, she would have been like close to the bottom of the rung for WWE women.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing about it. They tried to give her something before she left WWE. Like
she was a world tag title. Her and Sasha had the tag titles.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but they tried to start to elevate her to higher levels because I thought they were going to do something with her and Sonya Deville that was going to push her forward into the main title picture, but that never happened. And to be honest, like every time I see Trinity, aka Naomi, I honestly keep thinking back to the Funkadactyls, and I'm sorry, but it's like them coming out with freaking Brodus Clay every time. Like like as much as she married into the right family to try to get her, but they were never going to push her in WWE. They just never were. So the
bloodline is on top in Impact too, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm glad that she now has a shot.
I hope she doesn't come out and start a promo with Impact's 16 fans acknowledge me.
Yeah,
that would be so Impact.
I guarantee you,
feel the glow.
WWE will send a cease and desist letter on that because I'm sure they've got Acknowledge Me copyrighted at this point.
I don't think you can copyright. I don't think you can copyright that.
Yeah, you can. You can copyright words.
It was Acknowledge us.
It was done down in Baltimore. A lady, the word Hun, HON, was copyrighted by a restaurant owner down in Baltimore because she called her place Cafe Hun. And like, so anytime somebody, even just like not even in a restaurant context, but would use that word on a website or whatnot, she would send them a cease and desist letter. So trust me, it's been done before. It may not make you popular, which it didn't with this restaurant owner, but it has been done before.
Well, I'm going to copyright Jonathan Cross because every time someone cusses me at one of these shows, I'm going to sue him.
Yeah.
I'm calling Stephen P. New.
There you go.
So Trinity Fatu is a new women's knockout champion. Impact World Championship, Alex Shelley and Nick Aldis. I got this one wrong. I really thought they were setting up Nick Aldis to take this title, and he didn't.
I don't
Nick
know.
Aldis is now a free agent, I hear, and supposedly WWE is pushing again to go after him.
I saw that. I saw that, but they were supposed to pick him up before all the merger stuff. Then they put that hiring freeze on. So
Well, but see, here's the thing about it, and this is something I was discussing with another wrestling fan the other day. The fact that
please
they
like and subscribe, wrestling fan. Thank you.
he and I were talking, and we were talking about how they all this has been, they've given him offers in the past, but they've given him crappy offers in the past. They gave him early on. They gave him a spot in NXT. They're like, "Hey, we'll give you this. We'll put the NXT title on you." He's like, dude, I'm a main roster guy from the start because he already had the name.
Which is not true, by the way. He's never been. He was the NWA champion. That's on YouTube. He was Impact. He didn't win a world title in Impact, so he's not a. He could pretend to be a main roster guy, but is he really? I mean, he's got the look.
Like he has more like coming off the Indies. Yes, he was never in. Was he in Ring of Honor before?
He was in Ring of Honor for a very short time, but he didn't win a world title there. I don't think.
Okay, but here's the thing about it, and
he made a lot of short stints play. Like he showed up places, and then was gone.
Here's the thing. Yes, he may not have won world titles, but he had. There's like everything I hear is like of up and comers and guys that are, the can be considered the next level of what would be WWE champions. It's it's Nick Aldis this, Nick Aldis that. That's what I hear from a lot of fans. Is Nick Aldis is the next, could be the next big name in WWE. But they gave him an offer of NXT, this, that, and the other thing. He's like, no. Then they upped the offer and said, we'll just put you in the mid card in WWE. He's like, no. He's turned down their offers because to him it's
dumbass.
Huh?
So what a dumbass.
I disagree. I honestly disagree because
who do you think would be better, LA Knight or Nick Aldis?
Knight
right now.
They've done nothing with him.
I could see
Knight's getting ready to take the U.S. title. I think.
I could see them if they played their cards right and got Nick Aldis. LA Knight versus Nick Aldis could be a great deal where it could push both of them to the main event because both guys are phenomenal.
Vince would never push neither one of them to the main event. I mean, you gotta worry about him trying to step in and tell Trips what to do.
Yeah, I and it's a sad deal because, like I could see like Nick Aldis and Austin Theory and LA Knight, and I could see Gunther and Nick Aldis, doing and again push both of those guys in separate feud, but then put them on the same course going against each other, and boom, they could be in the top level, and they could be feuding for the number one contendership for the title.
I actually think they bring Nick Aldis in and immediately put him against Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
immediately put him against Cody Rhodes after this Brock thing's done.
Yeah, like I mean,
I suppose he's going to run longer than SummerSlam.
Well, but see, could they do that? Okay, so here's a question: would you do that now? Like, say, SummerSlam, from SummerSlam on, you have Nick Aldis and Cody leading up to Cody and Roman at next year's Mania, or do you wait, bring Aldis in after Mania when Cody wins the belt, and then have Aldis and Cody going back and forth, going for the title?
So it all depends on how they want to treat Nick Aldis, right? If they bring him in against Cody, Cody's over, right? So you bring him against Cody, he's not winning, right? At the end of their series, he's not winning. Does that hurt Nick Aldis? And I mean, if you bring him in and put him against Cody, to me, Nick Aldis is like a short-term guy. Like he's not. I don't see Nick Aldis signing a 5-year deal anywhere. If you bring him in super hot against Cody and he loses, where does he go from there? Right? He drops way down. He drops way down. He has to drop way down.
So, but then does that mean that you bring him in super hot after Mania and then get some disputed decisions, get some some non-title fluke wins, where it looks like Aldis could get the title. Do like you said, do as a short-term feud with him for the title and then move on from it. Like
I think you bring Nick Aldis in. You don't let him go immediately for a title. You bring him in and you put him in a program with somebody that's like you have him attack Matt Riddle, right? You start there. Let's kick Matt Riddle's ass, right? Let's get him into a feud with Matt
Let's
Riddle.
do it.
As much as we don't like Matt Riddle, he's not a bad guy to get started with because Matt Riddle's a good wrestler. Matt Riddle's a decent wrestler.
yeah,
He likes to swing his wiener around, and we can't help that. But he, as long as he's not doing it on Monday night, I don't care.
he's doing.
And
He's
not on my Twitter, Matt. Damn.
He's on the Ric Flair plan. So
Yeah, right. So you bring him in, you let him kick Matt Riddle's ass, and you see how it goes, and you go from there. He beats Matt Riddle. Then maybe he. You end up with him and LA Knight. They're both. Nick Aldis is a good-looking guy. Like he looks like a champion.
he's got the grab.
He really does. His promos are. I don't think you put him in a program with LA Knight right away because LA Knight's going to eviscerate him with his promos.
Yeah.
Knight does not sell anybody's promos. You can say whatever you want to him; he's not going to sell it. So, and then you go from there. You bring him in against Riddle, and then go from there. Maybe bring him in as a face and bring him in to even out the odds versus the Bloodline at some point. So I don't know. We'll see what they're going to do with Nick Aldis. Give him a run in NXT. I know he doesn't want to look at NXT, but it's still TV. If he goes to NXT, he will put him up against. If you're going to put him in the title run, immediately put him in there against Carmella.
Yeah,
Carmelo.
Or
put him against Carmella. Who cares?
yeah, or even that, or start him off against kind of building him up against Braun Breaker. Since Braun Breaker's a heel, you bring him in as a baby, bring in Aldis as a baby face, and then
I don't know because unless Braun's gonna put him over, I think Braun's getting ready to go. I think Braun's getting ready to go to the main roster. Carmelo is probably going to stay down a little longer. I'll get it right, Ricky. He's going to stay down a little longer, but you bring him in hot against Carmelo, have him lose the belt against Carmelo, and then once Carmelo moves up to the main roster, start a program with him and Trick Williams for the next 6 months or whatever, or however long they want to do it, and then move Aldis up to the main roster. Get that belt on Trick.
But if you move Carmelo up, wouldn't Trick go with him?
No, not no.
Okay.
No, I think Trick's a good wrestler. So I think he's decent promos. He's not Carmelo, but he's young yet. I don't think he's ready for the main roster. And what would you do with him? You bring him up and let him take all the bumps from Carmelo, or he's not a manager, so. He's still good, and he looks good. Like he could be the next one. He could be the next one.
Okay.
So, anyway, that's it. Nick Aldis, or Alex Shelley beats Nick Aldis. We had at the end of the night, we had a returning Josh Alexander, former Impact champion. He's the one who had the belt, and then had to relinquish the belt because he was hurt. And then they ended up putting it on. What's his name? Who just got hurt too? Who was supposed to be on this card and then can't remember his name. Anyway, he doesn't have the belt either now.
Who the hell cares?
Yep. Who cares? Anyway, we did awful on this fucking card. So anyway, moving on. Collision. Did you catch Collision, Scotty?
No, I didn't.
Collison? You didn't catch Collison?
God, the 2 out of 3 falls tag title match was epic.
Yeah,
it was epic.
That and watch it because
Banger.
It was.
Yep. FTR and Bullet Club Gold, which my Bullet Club Gold shirt should be here any day.
Where's your FTR shirt?
Where's my what?
Where's your FTR shirt? You need one of each, an FTR and a Bullet Club Gold.
No, thank you. I'm better than them, baby. So, a week ago they both teams wrestled a fucking phenomenal match on Collision that
Yeah.
led to this 2 out of 3 falls match that Bullet Club Gold ended up winning. And I was pretty sure that FTR was going to win this 2 out of 3 falls, but man, it was
It
good.
was a hard hitting
Yes.
fucking match. It was phenomenal.
Yes.
Like
It was
every time you thought like somebody had just about won it, there was a kick out. Like Jay White was great. Juice, which I'm not a big Juice fan, he was pretty solid. And FTR is always top guys.
I wasn't a Juice fan either until recently. Like I really think he's doing some good stuff.
I've become more of a Jew. Like
I
Jay,
think I'm just mad. I think I'm just not a Juice fan because he's with Tony Storm, and
That's true.
that breaks my heart.
That's true.
It's not with me.
but no, like I look at like a little bit opposite of you, Ricky. Like I'm more of a Juice Robinson fan than a Jay White fan. Jay White is all right, but Juice Robinson really is like showing a lot in these matches. Like the stuff I have seen with him over the last several months as I've caught up with things. He and like his stuff, even when you go back and look at some of his old stuff, like he's very, very talented. So I'm looking forward to when I actually get a chance to see this match. I cannot wait because I'm a big FTR fan, and like I said, what I've seen of Juice Robinson and Jay White so far, they have impressed me. Again, Juice a little more than Jay, but overall, like the Bullet Club Gold is very, very fun to watch. So I'm looking.
I am so glad that what they didn't do was go to the time limit draw in this, because at one point when they started announcing 5 minutes remaining, I was like, I swear, if you go to a time limit draw when this thing's tied at 1 and then have to go next week or whenever to have another deciding match, like I would have been pissed. Like
Yeah.
that would have been like the perfect way to ruin an epic freaking match.
So they actually were announcing
Yeah, like
this.
it was an hour time limit
Yeah.
for the entire 2 out of 3 falls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you like the last several times they've done time limit matches where they've never announced the time. And that's one of the things that I've kind of always like. There was one night not too long ago, a few weeks ago.
It was Adam Cole and
MJF.
MJF. I don't
Yeah.
remember them announcing the times either for that.
Yeah, that was
I think they did for like 1 minute left, I believe, or something like that.
hold on one second, gentlemen.
Yep, I see you there, buddy. It's okay.
Come back up. Come back up.
He's about to overheat.
Yeah, you're
No,
overheating. Are you
I
sweating over there? Are you sweating?
No,
You can always log. You can always log back out and log back in.
Yeah,
Hey, there you go. There you go.
We'll see if this thing goes back up. Hopefully, it does.
Yeah, we still see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sadly enough, you still see me. There it goes.
Hey, listen, if you want
NASA can still see you.
if you want Scotty to just disappear, just like and subscribe, ring the bell,
Yeah.
and we'll make Scotty disappear. We'll put it. We'll give it. We'll or if you don't like and subscribe,
All the time. But yeah, no. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this match and seeing what these guys do because again, Bullet Club Gold's been impressing me, and of course FTR's always been phenomenal. So I
hope they're not done. I hope they're not done.
I don't think honestly
I can see a ladder match in the future.
I want to see them keep going. Like I want to see. Like if they're gonna do 2 out of 3 falls, then they need to go to like I don't know what I don't know if I want to go straight to a ladder match right now, but I would like to see.
Well, at the end, FTR tried to offer them the sportsmanship handshake. Jay White spit on the ring.
Gross, by the way. If I was Tony Khan, which I'm not because I'm broke, but if you spit in my ring like that, my dude, I'm probably fucking mad. I'm probably mad.
What's Tony gonna do about it?
Did you? First off, I should have put a picture up. Did you see the hat?
Send Ace Steel to bite him in the shoulder.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about.
Him.
We're gonna talk about the Owen Cup here and Tony Khan's choice of outfits.
Oh my God!
Oh,
yeah.
please, I'll look this up right now. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't overheat
Type
your
in
phone.
Tony Khan sombrero because that's what this fucking hat looked like.
Yeah.
So we had Owen Hart Foundation tournament final, CM Punk versus Ricky Starks. This match wasn't bad. Um, I don't know. After a long night of wrestling, which this was with the Battle of the Belts, and um, they, I think we've seen Ricky Starks here turn heel.
He did. He did.
Yeah,
I believe Scotty has seen the hat.
He
I
got the
have seen
dirty.
that.
He got the dirty win. Grabbed the rope.
Yes. So Ricky Starks turns heel, runs up, grabs the trophy from Jushin Thunder Liger.
Oh,
Right,
nice.
Jushin Thunder Liger
Yeah.
was there, and to
And he was
present.
not wearing a sombrero.
Not,
Yeah.
no, he was not. I don't know that Tony was out for that one, but he was out for the women. And wow, I don't know if that's his dating hat or what. He thought he was gonna get a date with Willow,
He was
but
not dressed for Canada, that's for sure.
that hat was fucking ridiculous, bro.
Like I don't know. I think he did it to impress
What's her
um
name?
the
Julia Hart.
Martha Hart.
Oh,
Martha
okay.
Hart.
Well, I mean that's not a bad. That's not bad for him. But Julia Hart wears the same hat, but hers lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, are we getting a Ricky Starks? Did I see we're getting a Ricky Starks Jushin Thunder Liger match this Saturday?
No, I
Really?
did not see that.
I thought I saw that. Was maybe check that, but I could be wrong. But I thought Jushin Thunder Liger was retired, but
I thought he retired last year.
I think I have a microballer Jushin Thunder Liger. Anyway,
but
yeah, so we're pretty sure Ricky Starks turned heel here, but Ricky Starks
Diet
wins.
Rocky Maivia.
Diet Rocky Maivia wins the Owen Cup.
and here's the thing: the next question is the fact that they put it on Ricky, and they did it against CM Punk. So here's the next question: does that then ultimately lead to a CM Punk Ricky Starks feud for a short time?
Sure, yeah, sure it does because Ricky Starks
Can work with CM Punk.
Yeah, there's not many people that, but CM Punk's got a. I applaud CM Punk for putting over.
Yeah,
Ricky.
I certainly didn't think he would.
None of us did. None of us. No one thought that Ricky Starks was going to win
go in a
this.
feud with Starks, he could go in a feud with Joe. So I mean, he's
well, and I think it would also be good if they did a Ricky Starks feud to give him that feud for 3 or 4 months, and then but in that time then build have Joe come down or have Joe kind of just there in the background, really kind of menacing Punk, and then build it so that Joe and Punk even means more. Punk comes out of a feud with Ricky Starks and goes right into a feud with Samoa Joe. So I think that's the way they should go. Whether they do go that way, I don't know, but I think that's the way they should go because it makes more sense. The Joe versus Punk is a Ring of Honor dream match because they faced off in Ring of Honor. They even said in a vignette one night that Punk has never beaten Joe, from their different matches that they've had against each other. So
they just wrestled last week.
It was in the tournament.
Yeah, they wrestled each other in the tournament where Punk beat him.
Yeah, he rolled him
up.
Well,
okay.
It was a solid finish.
Yeah, solid finish. But even still, to build a feud with Punk and Joe, unsettled business, unfinished business from Ring of Honor days. Even if I just think it would be a good way to them take Ricky Starks and really build Ricky Starks and get him going forward and kind of got on the right foot out the door after a Punk feud, and then put Punk and Samoa Joe against each other, and boom, whether it's for God, I don't want it for the TNT title, but if it, for some kind of a title where it really and honestly, maybe even maybe even build it to Punk MJF CM Punk gets the belt back, because they've reunified the belt that Punk never lost, and then go into Samoa Joe versus CM Punk for the title.
Punk's AEW championship will turn into the Collision Championship. That'll be the brand
no
split.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do some CM Punk math for you. So Ricky Starks beat him for the Owen Cup. This next feud, if they do Punk Starks, it's no doubt, no brainer that Punk has to win this feud. He has to have the last word over Ricky Starks, which I'm not sure what that does for Ricky Starks in the long run, if that pushes him back down the card or when you lose a big match, big time match, like it didn't hurt Punk to lose here, right?
No.
No.
But if Ricky would have lost this, now where does Ricky go?
Exactly.
Right? Same as Nick Aldis. You bring him in hot. What do you do?
He goes back to the Nation of Domination.
Yeah. He goes back to wearing noses.
Or Team Taz. I'm sorry.
Team Taz. Yeah, he's chasing Hook for the
FTW title.
Sign Hook. Did you see the off subject here? Did you see? I saw a video the other day. There must have been like a metal concert or something, and Danhausen was there, but he wasn't in makeup. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
No.
I'll see if I can find a video and send it to you. I saw it on Twitter. They're interviewing this guy. He said, "What are you here to see?" He goes, "I'm here to see I'm here for the bands." Like he's in his Hausen voice, and they're like, "Well, who's your favorite band?" And he goes, "I don't have one. I don't know." He said, "Well, what are you here for?" He said, "I'm here to watch Brody beat the shit out of people." So Brody King must have been there.
Yeah, it was his band.
Yeah, beating the shit out of people in the mosh pit. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, if I see him in the mosh pit, I'm running.
Yeah. Dude is a monster. Like, he's throwing haymakers. Danhausen is fucking amazing. I wish he was a wrestler.
Right?
So, anyway, Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Finals for the women. Our girl, Willow Nightingale. My girl, hey, whatever. I sat beside her at the Orioles game, bro.
Yeah, and again, I really thought for sure they were putting this on Ruby. They didn't have to pick these and put points on them.
Yeah, no, I was picking Willow all the way. I pick Willow whether she wins or loses. I love Willow. I think she's great.
Well, I mean, honestly, though, what would it have done for Ruby? Because they've already kind of sent her into the toilet with this whole, outcasts thing, and they're not
doing the toilet anyway.
Huh?
She was in the toilet anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah, but when she came in, she was hot. Like everybody went, and then they cooled her off so fast.
Well, yeah, they put her over. They put her in the title picture. She got her ass beat, and then she's been basically irrelevant since.
Yeah.
They'll slightly build her up, and then they'll just knock her back down.
Yeah.
No, she's a mechanic. In the business, a mechanic is someone who comes in and does the job. Right, comes in and really good at wrestling, really good technically, and Ruby Soho's a good wrestler. Like, she's not a bad wrestler. She's got a great look. She shoots great promos. She's charismatic. She looks like a badass. And man,
I thought the term was carpenter. She's the carpenter. She's the one that builds you the house.
No, she didn't know. She's definitely not a carpenter. She's a mechanic. So, you saying she's laying wood? Is that what you're saying? Weird. Uh-oh. Okay. You guys will see that later. All right. So Willow ends up beating Ruby Soho for the Owen. Do you think that they want just good people to win the Owen? I think Ricky Starks is supposed to be a good guy here, right?
Well, he turned heel, so and then last year Britt and Adam Cole were both heels.
Were they both heels then?
Yeah.
No, I thought. Well, yeah, I guess Adam was.
Well, Britt or Adam Cole definitely was.
Well, Britt was too.
Yeah, I think Britt was too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because Ruby was a face in that match when she lost that final. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had what else we have? Brody King, Malachi Black. They've changed the name. They're not the House of Black anymore.
What? I didn't know about this.
Yeah, they're not the House of Black anymore. They're
What, the House of White?
Kings of the Black Throne.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what it is.
jeez.
I have no idea. And nobody Matthews. Where's he been? Is he hurt?
Dirty Dom's got him tied up in Rhea's basement with an apple in his mouth.
He said, "You get me back to WWE. My girl's being accosted by this boy." Hey, listen, Dom's about ready to win that NXT North America title tonight, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How that goes.
It'll go something like this. I'm here to. I'm here to.
Yeah, all 58 people at NXT will be booing the living daylights out of him.
If you get a chance to watch NXT, like the majority of the crowd is like
It's like double the size of Impact.
right. Well, no, it's triple, but it's most of it is talent. It's people that are from the performance center. So
Yeah.
Family,
yeah.
stuff like that. Family.
So where was I at? The Kings of the Black Throne beat
That was a squash match. I believe.
Artemis Spencer and Randy Myers, which is the Milkman and the Mailman in Hagerstown. They came out for this match. What else did we have? That was pretty much it, right? Did we have any other matches?
I think that was it for Collision because
That was it for Collision.
The tag titles was half the show, and then you went on the Battle of the Belts, which I really didn't give a shit about Battle of the Belts. It was
I did not.
and Spears, and it was
yeah, Luchasaurus won. Luchasaurus won that.
And then you had what was the other fucking match I didn't give two shits about?
You had Lance Archer.
Yeah, Archer and Orange.
And Orange Cassidy, which
Orange won by a count out.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's the only way that Orange should win that match is by a count out.
Yeah.
And it should only be because Jake's fat ass fell on top of Archer and he couldn't get up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's about time for Orange to lose that belt. Let's put it on someone else.
They just said he broke the title defense record for AEW. He just surpassed Jade.
Oh, really?
I believe that was 26 straight title defenses for Orange.
Now, wait a minute. Jade only had the belt for 26 defenses?
25.
She had it for 25?
I thought
Orange is doing it like every week. Jade did it like maybe twice a month.
Okay.
Twice a month.
Yeah, probably once a month, really.
Yeah.
They must not have been counting all of her dark matches. And
yeah, because Orange literally defends it every Dynamite, every Collision if he's on, or Rampage, or whatever. Battle of the Belts, like every week.
The little
just defended
it. Tony's favorite wrestler. So
I like Orange Cassidy. I'm ready to see someone else, right? I'm ready to see someone else. So, what else? What else was on the Battle of the Belts? So Lance Archer didn't win, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't even fucking remember who else was on there.
Yeah, I didn't. Again, it
was Rampage plus.
You're right. My DVR, and I'm not even watching Rampage on Fridays anymore. I couldn't tell you last time I watched a Rampage. I can watch Nyla Rose anytime.
Probably the one where we were actually in attendance in Baltimore.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was probably the last time.
Where 90% of the crowd left.
Yeah, they were all in the bathroom. Tyra Valkyrie.
Oh, that's right. Tony Storm beat Tyra Valkyrie.
Yeah, Tony Storm beat Tyra Valkyrie. So, which is sad. I mean, Tony should not lose that belt. Tony's great with that belt. I wish they'd do something else with Tyra. I really like her.
They brought her in. She's good. She's pretty good.
She's great.
And like they put her in the title feuds, and she just loses.
So there you go. They brought her in hot versus Jade, and she lost to Jade, and now what?
Yeah. So now they
right.
start off with Tony Storm, and now she's just lost to Tony Storm.
Yeah, she's lost to the two top people in the company. I mean,
she lost to Statlander too when she tried to go after the TBS title. So now she's faced 3 different champions, and she's lost every match.
Did she fight Statlander already?
Yeah, that was when was that? within the last couple weeks, I believe. It might have been Rampage. I don't fucking remember.
Missed that one. Missed that
But
one.
yeah, she definitely lost to Statlander as well.
Yeah. Put her in there against Reba.
She isn't even still. I don't even think she's there anymore.
I think she's gone.
She's on Twitter. I know she's every time you see her, she got crutches. So I don't know if she's hurt or.
All I know is I miss Jamie Hayter and she needs to come back.
Oh yeah, yeah. She'll be back soon. She'll be back soon.
I hate her.
That Chris Delander. I think her name's Chris Delander. I don't know if you've seen her or not. She runs around with Matt Cardona. She's great. She's great.
She
Bring
the one
her
with
in.
that like blonde. Like,
Yes.
She has dark hair.
Yes.
She has that blonde
yes.
bangs or whatever.
I'm sorry, Steph Delander, not
Steph
Chris.
Delander,
Steph
yeah.
Delander. She's great. From Australia. That's the worst. That's the worst Australian accent ever, by the way. So,
right?
All right, boys, you got anything else before we get out of here?
What about your news of Bray?
Oh,
yeah. So there is rumors going around that Judgment Day is going to break off one of its members, aka Damian Priest. And from what it looks like is Judgment Day is going to stay together, but they're going to add Bray Wyatt. That is the rumor circling the dirt sheets and everything right now. So basically they're setting this up for Finn to finally beat Seth Rollins for the world title at some point, and then Damian cashes in on Finn, breaking him off from the Judgment Day, leaving room for a new person to come in, and that will be Bray Wyatt. So we will see how that works. I'm not totally for sure if I like that idea or not.
Where did you hear this at?
I can't remember the exact.
On the bathroom stall wall, written by Jim Cornette. There was a little tennis racket carved into the stall.
It's been popping up on some of the stuff I've been seeing on the web channels. So
I'm going to get confirmation on that because I have not seen that. What I'm hearing is they have zero creative for him right now. Zero.
Yeah.
Nothing. And he's still injured. He's got an injury. And it's supposedly it's not a mental thing either. It's like a nagging injury that won't go away. That's why he has not been back.
Herpes?
Well, I mean, you can work with herpes, bro. I mean, I was told that. I mean, I don't know for sure.
Go ask the lot lizards.
So yeah, so we'll check some sources here. Sources, intranet. Fuck. You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm going to message Mantar, and I'm gonna see if he knows exactly what's going on with Bray Wyatt.
And really quick, should we talk some ATCW news before we head out of here? Really quick.
Yeah. Let's. You know what? Let's hold this story. Let's hold it. We've been on here an hour. We're getting over an hour now. So let's hold this ATCW story. So that Scotty has a story about an indie wrestling promotion that's really good without Jonathan Crosshair that might have had a brawl for all. Was there muffins involved? Was there any muffins?
No muffins this time. No pickles, no muffins, no pickles, no nothing. So
MJF is a fucking man. I swear to God. The pickles. Supposedly that muffin place in Chicago, I heard. Oh my God! Did you hear that on the Cornet where they were reading the comments?
Yes.
Oh my God! Yeah. I am dying.
The comments on were hysterical.
This muffin company or whatever in Chicago, people were leaving not reviews but leaving comments on their Facebook or whatever.
Yeah. On the Google reviews.
Okay, is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like all the different Google reviews that they were getting on this place after Punk did that deal, and the comments were like the reviews were hysterical because like some of them like. And I believe they let the company know that they were doing this as well. Like, we're not leaving you a bad review. We're just doing this, to further because you guys got such publicity off of the CM Punk deal, because they were leaving reviews like they were the Young Bucks and stuff like that. It was hysterical.
They were fucking great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna table that We'll use that for our next show, that Friday show. We'll table it. We'll talk about it. We'll put that on the agenda. Talk about the
Just
Google
made the
listing.
list.
He just
made the list. Yep.
so we'll talk about ATCW. We'll talk about the Chicago bakery that got all the reviews, which they're fucking precious. So
And we'll have to post a
people are funny.
question. We'll have to post a question.
Yeah, we'll have a question. Hopefully, people will get onto it. Ricky, get on that question, man. Get on that question. All right, so that'll be it.
Will the question be how do I get to Sesame Street?
Possibly.
Oh my God,
We will never know.
We'll never get an answer to it because nobody knows.
That's gonna do it here for Hardway Wrestling. Ricky,
Please
Scott,
like
thank you.
and subscribe, damn it.
Yes, please hit the like,
share,
subscribe.
Share us with your friends. It's
tell your
fucking
friends.
funny.
Tell your friends. We have some stuff coming up here. We're gonna be going places. We're talking. We're about going. We're definitely going to WrestleMania. I don't know about Scott, Ricky, and I. If we got to whore ourselves up to 81, we will to get to Philly for WrestleMania. We have a toy convention coming up here.
There we go.
Toys of all ages is coming up. We're going to be shooting there. So please, like, lots of content coming up. So please, we have, do not forget, Pizza Cutter News of the Day, which is, I think I got like 3,500 hits on that one.
Oh, God.
So maybe a Bailey update on her injury.
Their damage control does not fit their faction name because they are all damaged.
Out of control when it comes to damage. So
yeah,
horrible. She missed a whole year of wrestling, and now she possibly is going to be out again. So we'll have that update hopefully on Friday. So for Ricky and Scott, this is Hardway Wrestling. Please go like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on Friday.
Peace.